What's up, guys? I'm gonna make a video real quick and I'm gonna share with you guys about how Puerto Rico is a lonely island. The reason why I'm saying Puerto Rico is a lonely island is because I meet a lot of tourists, a lot of solo tourists that they want company, and sometimes they complain because they go to these different bars and no guys don't talk to them. Even like some people that I meet, some Uber riders, they contact me and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing? You want to come hang out?" I'm like, "Man, I'm working. I can't just hang out with this." Another guy that I became friends with, when I went to Colombia, the dude was hitting me up. He's like, "Hey, man, I miss you, man. When you coming back, man? I don't have nobody to talk to." I'm like, "Dang, dude, So like, I think for me as an Uber driver, I make 5-minute friends, so it's easy to kind of create an illusion that I'm always surrounded with my friends, but I'm always surrounded by people that I can talk to. But yeah, that's one thing that a lot of people don't talk about Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico can be like very lonely and very isolating. I remember when I moved here about 4 years ago, I had money saved so I didn't work, and it was very hard to, like, if you don't drink, and if you don't want to spend too much money on, if you're trying to save money, it's very hard to get connected, and make friends and do the things that you want to do, because like what you want to do, nobody wants to do, but what your friends want to do, you don't want to do, like this lady, she doesn't want to do the things that I want to do. She was like, I was gonna take her to go do some street food. I said, let's go to San Juan. She's like, because she's like visiting Puerto Rico, and she's in nursing school. So I was like, all right, let's go there. And then she's like, I don't want to do that. I've already been there. But can we go to Culebra? And I didn't want to go to Culebra, and so she said, okay, I'm going by myself. This is what I mean about, Puerto Rico is a lonely island, because I think everyone in a sense has a sense of like selfishness. We're all selfish because we want to do the things that we want to do, and so people just end up doing things by themselves. And I see it, like I do Uber and I pick up these locals and I pick up these tourists, and they just like to be solo. I was picking up that guy earlier today, and asked him about like the dating culture. He's a young Puerto Rican guy, and he's like, honestly, a lot of the young guys are not into dating and relationships. They're all about business. They're all about growing and evolving, and so when you have like these young people that are that are working hard to achieve their goals, you make your friends on your way along to your journey, but at the end of the day, you end up being alone because that everyone's going to eventually move on to their next move out of Puerto Rico for another opportunity, and it's kind of like my friend was talking about catching the waves, kind of like surfing. It's like whenever you have an opportunity to make friends and spend time, people want to hang out, take advantage of that, because you may never ever get an opportunity to hang out with that person ever again. Just life is all about making memories and creating memories. So anyway, there's a cop here, and